is good, everybody? It's your girlfriend Trinilla here, and today I'm practicing on a map that has Guam, NMI, or Puerto Rico locations. I've had quite a few duels recently where I failed to recognize one of these three, so I thought practicing specifically on a map with these locations that I'm struggling with is going to be something that's going to help my duels game and level. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Okay. We have no car. Well, we have a little bit of a roof rack peeking out. Okay, so a tiny bit of a roof rack, but not the whole one. One way is in English. Sidewalk closed. I feel like Bank of Hawaii. Maybe I want to go Guam here because I don't see Spanish, right? I feel like there'd be more Spanish around if it was Puerto Rico, but Bank of Hawaii is throwing me off a little bit because I don't think Hawaii is on this map, but maybe Hawaii has a bank here in Guam, so I'm going to go there. All right, perf. We were in Guam. We were in downtown Hagatsnia. Okay. Okay. Let's see around us. We don't have any car. It is blurred out, but there is a little bit of an antenna, which I feel like is something specific. I think Puerto Rico has like a red car or something like that, but I'm not sure. This is something Salon, something Rodriguez Salon. So it seems to be, what do I think here? And then plates, let's look at the license plates, which we can't see from there. It looks like a little bit of like white with like a symbol in the middle, but I don't know what the symbol in the middle is. So that is something we'll have to learn as we get through this map, like what the different license plates look like. I'm not sure here. I'm gonna go NMI because I don't really know a lot of meadows for NMI. And maybe we are here? Okay, nope, we're in Puerto Rico, but that is why we are practicing and getting better at this. Okay, we have the antenna, and the last round that we just had with the antenna was in Puerto Rico, so I think we were there. Puluman, Santa Lourdes, unless the antenna is in both. We have these like, kind of like the banana palm plants around us. I will go in Puerto Rico because of the antenna, but we'll learn where we are and see. Okay, we were at NMI, so both NMI and Puerto Rico have an antenna, but I guess they will look different, so let's keep going and see how I can tell the differences between the cars when there's a blur. I remember there used to be like a red Puerto Rico truck, but I think they might have like blurred it. Well, okay, so here's the thing. It may be Puerto Rico, but I want to see what other clues are around us besides the gigantic, discover sign that tells us exactly where we are. So we have Spanish on the sign, which is probably going to help me, like, point me towards Puerto Rico. It says PR right here, so also helpful. This is in Spanish, also this, like, reserved parking sign. And then, like, let's see, license plates, kind of, like, white and black, but I don't know if that's, like, there's no front plates on a lot of these. I don't know if there's like a specific like Puerto Rico like couple of plates or something like that, but we are gonna go there because we see all the signs around us, so I'll go in San Juan. All right, perf, we got 4.986. Okay. It's in Spanish, so I'm thinking Puerto Rico. No visible truck meta. There is an antenna with like a little bit of like a white dot at the top, so maybe that's something I can look out for. I'm pretty sure in Puerto Rico because of the Spanish. We have KFC over there. Let's see where we are. Okay, we're on the other side of Puerto Rico, but that is fine. We were closer to a Sam's Club in Mayagüez. Okay. All right, well, we got 14K there, not bad. Let's keep going. All right, someone with this truck has like a white yellowish blur on the plate, white outer lines, yellow dash middle. We have the antenna with like a little bit of white at the top, so that was in Puerto Rico, but it could also be somewhere else. We have like bananas and fruits being sold over here. I What are the lamps saying? There's like 3 coils sticking out the side and this like 1 lamp here in like the middle of it. I think I want to go Puerto Rico because of the antenna and like the vibes around us, so I'm not entirely sure because I don't see language or anything, but I think that's why practicing this map will be good because I can't rely solely on like seeing the language. So we'll go here for now and we'll see where we are. All right, perfect. We were in Puerto Rico, which is a little bit further west. All right, well, that shield says Guam on it, so I'm gonna guess we're in Guam, but let's see what's around us that maybe can help me to identify it without like seeing the shield with like the name on it. So there's this antenna to the right of the truck. I don't really see like the white dot. I do see like the road is a lot more like brighter and has like a little bit of like white sand kind of like on the sides of it. Unlike Puerto Rico, I think that we had in the last round. The grass looks like that. Do we see a license plate? Don't see a license plate, so I can't tell like specifically like what a license plate for Guam or Puerto Rico or NMI looks like yet. But we'll go with Guam because that is what it says over there, and I hope this is correct information. We'll go near Dededo. All right, we were on the opposite side of the island, but we'll definitely take it. We got 4.9. We were near the southern part of the island. Okay. Ooh, this is interesting because we're in like a residential area. A little bit of like, what is it? Like the front mirror maybe poking out of the blur. 2025 Google Blur. The license plate has, I feel like a lot of colors blurred and I can't exactly tell what it is. There's a yellow fire hydrant over there. No antenna poking out. I'm not sure. I'm not seeing any of like the metas or something that I like recognize from before. Aviso. Well, this is in Spanish, so it says Aviso esta, like something about this property. So I think I'll go in Puerto Rico. All right, perfect. 4.979. This is a little bit more white and sandy, so I'm thinking Guam, right? We have like a black antenna with the right and with not the white dot at the top, a blur of the car. And the white sandier is making me think Guam because that is what we saw on the side of the road last time we were there. So I'm gonna go near Barrigada. Okay, no, we were actually in NMI. And we were closer to Cagman 3. Okay. All right. We have a lot of information around this. We're at an intersection with a junction sign. We have a blur on the car, but it's like an odd shape. Or maybe like the car's turning or something like that. A little bit of the roof rack peeking out, which I think we've seen before. This antenna with the black dot at the top. Yellow fire hydrant. I think I want to go NMI here based on the yellow fire hydrant that we had just, what, in the last round or something? Or a couple rounds ago? Yeah. But I don't remember actually if it was NMI. I don't know. We'll see where we are. Okay, this time we're in Guam. So I feel like I'm getting better at telling like Puerto Rico apart from like Guam and NMI, but being able to distinguish Guam and NMI from each other is something I'm hoping to get better at as I go through these rounds. So, yellow double middle. There is Japanese on this sign. Yokoi Cave. Realty. We have the black antenna with a black dot, so I'm thinking Guam or NMI, which putting it there in Guam for now. Wow, there's a lot of Japanese on the sign over there. I think I want to go in NMI. We'll go see. All right, we were in Guam. That is okay. It was 4.2K. Okay. That says Feliz Navidad, so Merry Christmas, but in Spanish. So are we ever in Puerto Rico? A little bit of the car mirror showing in the front. No front plates. Trash bins are blue and green, but they kind of seem like they change for each house. I think I want to go Puerto Rico because of the Feliz Navidad sign, which I know a lot of these like guesses seem like language based, but that's kind of just like what I'm always like looking for, I think, like in a duel or just like practicing. So I'll go there for now and then we'll see where we are. All right, perfect. We were in Puerto Rico. Okay, this one will be a little bit more difficult because there's no like languages or signs around us. We have a carbler. No antenna peeking out unless it's like blending into the plants over here. Oh, it is kind of blending in over here. Okay. Has the black dot at the top. So I'm thinking Guam or NMI. It does look like it has a little bit of like lighter pavement, which is I think found in both. I feel like I keep struggling to find like where they are on the map. Water. I want to go in Guam, but I'm not sure without the like, yeah, I'm just not sure, but maybe like this vegetation. So there's grass, like big loopy like green grass. I'll go Guam and we'll see where we are. All right, well, we're in NMI, so we got 4.3 there, and we got that wrong. It's like a 787 area code or something like that. I can't see any, like, languages specifically on those signs. Maybe, like, a white license plate with, like, a little bit of, like, blue or green or something on the left. We have an antenna on this car with, like, no white dot at the top, so I'm thinking Guam or NMI. Which of the two am I thinking? 787. Maybe I'll go NMI. Oh. Wow. We were in Puerto Rico. Okay. So I got that wrong. And I think I need to learn more metas or just like take more time in each of these rounds and try to like notice a bunch of things before I guess, so that way when I get the right answer I can like assign them to like the correct place in my head. We have a yellow double middle. We have a black antenna, black dot at the top. Maybe it says yellow. Oh, it says Guam Mass Transit on the side of the bus. Well, that's gonna be an easy one, hopefully. But let me take a look around so I can get the vibes better of like Guam. So we kind of have like the lighter pavement, it feels like, in Guam and NMI than like in Puerto Rico. We have the black antenna, black dot antenna. Yellow on the back of the bus. Is there any copyright coverage I can see, like any years specifically maybe? I don't think so. I think I'll just go in the middle of Guam and then we'll get more vibes from the other rounds and see how close we are. All right, we got 4.9, perfect, amazing. All right, 18K. No license swim, that one. Okay, cool. This one has a front plate, but it's like, I'm not facing it like, you know, front facing, so I can't really see. There's like some sort of like red orange thing in the middle, but I don't know what that like symbol is. Cardboard only. Something sanitation. Okay, so I'm seeing like English. Maybe this feels like Guam. Okay, we were in Guam, we'll take that. All right, well, we have rent-a-car 787. I feel like maybe the area codes could be something that helps me with like distinguishing Guam, NMI, and Puerto Rico. There's a little bit of a white tip at the top, but it could be like part of the concrete. Well, that's the San Juan Moderno, so I'm gonna say we're in Puerto Rico. I mean, we can also see like the flag over here a little bit on the symbol. So we're in San Juan, but we're near this college, maybe, or Colegio Methodist. Is this something that's gonna pop up on the map? Can we 5K this? Oh, there are a lot of places popping up. Okay, you know what? I'll just like drop it in the middle of San Juan and we'll see how close we are. All right, we got 4.99, really good score. We'll take that for sure. This is in Spanish Central, so I'm thinking Puerto Rico. We have a little bit of like the white tip at the top, which I feel like it seems like it's exclusive to Puerto Rico of the 3 places in this map, but just because there's no white dot doesn't mean it's not Puerto Rico, if that makes sense. So I think we're probably okay to go in Puerto Rico. I'll go near Caguas. All right, perfect. We got 4.9. We'll take that. De noche. Something of the night. So making me think Spanish, making me think Puerto Rico, but black dot at the top, which is making me not think Puerto Rico. It says Saipan. NMI, I think. Right? Yes. Okay. I think we're in NMI, and I feel like the reason why I know that is because there's like, I watched a couple of YouTube videos by Yes Theory, I think, where they went to go visit NMI and like explore like the islands and the historical importance of them and everything. But I remember them mentioning Saipan in there, so that is why I'm going here. And yeah, let's see how close I am, and hopefully we are in NMI. All right, perfect. We'll take that. We were in Chinatown, 4.988. All right, what do we got next? We have an antenna. We have a dot that I can't tell if it's like black or white because like the gray like kind of dirt on the side of the road is like masking into it a little bit. The text on this van is in Spanish, so I'm thinking Puerto Rico. Okay. All right, I think that we are in Puerto Rico because of the Spanish on the signs everywhere, so I will go near Bayamon. All right, we got 4.788. We'll take it. We're on the opposite side of the island, but that was okay. We got 24,618, which is like only like 300-ish points off of like being perfect. I think I'm gonna call it there for today because I mean we had locations in NMI, we had them in Guam and Puerto Rico. Obviously, I still have a lot to practice, and being able to recognize the differences without, you know, some of the card metas or maybe some of the languages, because I've been playing moving mostly, but sometimes I don't get that information I'm looking for like in a language right away. So being able to just like recognize the vibes of the places around me is something that's going to help improve my duels game and knowledge. So that is going to be for today. Thank you so much for watching this video of me practicing on a map with Guam, NMI, and Puerto Rico locations. If you enjoyed this video, let me know down in the comments. Also tell me down below if you have any metas or ways to be able to recognize and distinguish Guam, NMI, and Puerto Rico. Sometimes when I'm playing no move, it's difficult to see if there's not like a very obvious card meta or, you know, like sign with a language around me. So definitely trying to get better at recognizing these locations when I see them in duels. But yeah, that is going to be for today. Thank you so much again for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to French Vanilla, and have a great day!